Oh, just count down. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so run starts in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Pokemon Rumble. It's a WiiWare game, came out in 2009 on Wii VC / it's WiiWare game. So, so basically what this game is about is we're playing as little Pokemon toys. Instead of actually catching Pokemon, we're going to be playing as the Pokemon. And there isn't leveling up or anything of that nature in this game. It's just you collect more Pokemon, and they're more or less powerful than the one that you have before. And the point of the speedrun is just to get to S rank and beat it as fast as possible. There's 4 ranks in each game. There's or in this game, there's C, B, A, and S. So now we're in C rank, and we're playing as this little Rattata, and he is being a naughty little boy, and is going to go through a gate that he shouldn't go through because storyline. So the category that we're doing is all stages, no passwords. So in each rank, there's 6 stages. They're the same 6 stages. Each rank, it's more difficult in terms of the power increases, and there's different Pokemon in each rank. So so in all stages, no passwords. We're gonna have to go to every single stage and complete it in order to go on to the next rank, and also beat the Battle Royale. And no passwords is basically when this game was new, Nintendo gave a bunch of different codes that had special Pokemon on it, and if you put in the codes, you can use them in the game. And there's like a Mew, there's a shiny Rattata, there's Blastoise. There's just a bunch of Pokemon that would be really useful in the speedrun, but that's a different category. So in this run, we're solely depending on the Pokemon that are in this specific run. So in a sense, it's a lot more. I have to have a lot more knowledge for the run in order to get a better time in this category. And what I'm doing right now is there's a frame where I'm able to still attack before that text box shows up. So attacking while the text box is showing up saves like a few frames. And the Battle Royale that I did before then with this Rattata, it's impossible to beat. So you just want to get out of there as soon as possible, which is just dying. And there's certain Pokemon that'll kill you in one hit and some that don't. So that's why I went for the Wigglytuff. And this is just tutorial level. Pretty basic stuff. If you noticed earlier when I tackled the Paris, sometimes I just can't avoid getting hit by some Pokemon because the placement of where the Pokemon are and the Pokemon that's actually here is RNG. It's usually like around the same each time, but it's always a little different. So if I really can't do much about getting hit, or if it's slower to kind of evade it, I'm going to try and time an attack that'll cancel out the animation of me getting knocked back, which is what I did earlier. And Rattata's walking speed's a little bit faster, so I just used Rattata for the rest of it and went into Pikachu. And Pikachu is automatic drop. There's a few different ways of how Pokemon drop in this game, but that Pikachu and this Ivysaur is always going to drop no matter how many times you play this game, at least in this tutorial level. So, and this Pikachu's power can range from a 47 to 53, and we have a 49, which is totally fine. As long as it does 6 to 7 damage each hit, it's good. And that was a pretty good fight, so. He can do a wide variety of attacks to me, and that was the best one, so. Alright. And we're not going to be using the Ivysaur, so. He's just in the way, so we just picked him up. Alrighty. Also, a interesting mechanic about the game is that you can buy Pokemon, which is basically buying toys. And we're not going to do that this early in the game. If we do it, it's kind of dependent on the run whether we do it or not. But if we do it, it's going to be in the last rank where we can get the most powerful Pokemon. And also you can buy moves and stuff, but we're not going to do that. That takes too much time. But the reason I went here first is because usually I want a Pokemon that has either really good walking speed or has really good attack power / good moves for attacking, or that has a move like Quick Attack. Quick Attack in this game is very useful movement-wise because it kind of just throws the Pokemon forward and it doesn't have that much startup lag or end lag. So it's really, really useful, especially if you don't have that many fast walking Pokemon. But since we're going to all the stages anyway, I want to get some of these stages that either have really good defensive bosses like Wartortle out of the way earlier so that it has less HP. He's a little easier to kill. And also so that those Pokemon for movement are more powerful than what I would do if I went there like right away. So that's why I went here first. Alrighty. So now, after that, we're going to go and try and get our Quick Attack Pokemon. The only Pokemon that I'm going to be going for is Doduos and Spearows. Doduos are the Pokemon that have Quick Attack, and Spearow is just a good Pokemon for this early in the game. Everything else I'm just going to avoid. And I don't want to go too far out of the way. That is really good RNG. I don't want to go too far out of the way getting Pokemon, because at that point it's just kind of useless. But yeah. So getting a 93 power Pokemon this early is really, really useful, and especially since it has Quick Attack, it's even better. So as you can see, this movement's really useful. The only downside to it is if you get the RNG where you're just getting a lot of Pokemon dropping for no real reason. There's like a lot of lag, but you just kind of have to roll with the punches. And there's a few different ways to tell if Pokemon's going to drop. Either they'll just drop like what they've been doing recently. They'll just drop if you attack it. Or sometimes they have kind of like a sparkly tint to them. Like there's like some stars around their character. And that means that they'll always drop. There's also all shiny Pokemon drop. And if you hit a Pokemon and it kind of gets stunned and it's in like a little animation of being stunned, then that means it's also going to drop unless you make it flinch. So there are like ways to go about getting Pokemon if you like really, really need it, if you can spot those certain instances. But usually it's just if you attack it, it'll drop. It's just a percentage thing. And for this rank, we need to get a Pokemon that's power 100. And since we're going to all the stages, it's really, really easy to just get the power that you need without trying, like we did right here. Later on in the run, it'll be kind of difficult with some of the ranks, just by how RNG goes usually in said rank. But yeah, so we already got our 100 power Pokemon, so we don't have to worry too much about getting that. Now we just have to worry about getting something good for the Battle Royale, which I'll get into in a bit. But the reason I went here first is because Marowak has the most defense in all of rank C, so I just want to get him done ASAP. I didn't do him before with Pikachu just because Pikachu wouldn't do much to it because it's like not effective. I did Wartortle with Pikachu because it's super effective. Alright, so there's this little animation. We're gonna go over here. So the way that I routed out rank C is you automatically have to go to the tutorial level, so that's an automatic clear. it's a toss-up whether you go to Windy Prairie first and just get your quick attack Pokemon right then and there, or if you go to War Turtle. I just think it's a little easier to go to War Turtle first. Well, maybe not easier, but better in terms of getting a good Pokemon for quick attack. Whoops. Because the more stages you go to, the more powerful the Pokemon will be. So if I went to Windy Prairie second, the odds of me getting a 93 power Doduo is like almost none. The most I'd probably get was would be like a 70. So going to War Turtle first made the Pokemon in Windy Prairie more powerful, so I could use him more. And I could be a little bit more reckless with him. Also, quick attack, whenever they do that move that kind of like hits you away, quick attack like cancels it out and it doesn't hit you away. So you can just still stay there and just keep doing damage, which is really useful. Alrighty. So now we're entering the last stage. I chose this stage last because this has the best Pokemon for the Battle Royale. Clefairy and Machop are like the two best that I want. And Machoke and Clefable, but Machoke and Clefable aren't as prevalent in this rank. So I'm going to be trying to get a Clefairy or a Machop. Preferably a Machop that's high power and has Karate Chop. That's the best thing I could get. So hopefully I can get one of these to drop soon. Okay. Alright, that's really good power. So like I said, Machoke is also an option. If it has quick attack, or if it has Karate Chop, then I will be completely okay with this. Karate Chop, cool. So now I don't care about getting anything else. That's like the highest power I've ever gotten in rank C, and it's also Machoke, so it has more attack power than Machop, which is really useful. Alright, so right before I start the trigger for this fight, I'm going to go into Machoke. Just because this fight's going to go by super fast with this Machoke. Alrighty. And also, if I didn't mention it, I am able to skip like most of these cutscenes and stuff after the tutorial level, because in the tutorial level we're not allowed to. Alrighty. Now we're in the Battle Royale. So we beat all the stages, got all the Pokemon that we need, and now we're in the Battle Royale. So the Battle Royale, it's a timed event that I've never really had a problem with, unless I'm in like the hardest like version of the game. So in this game there's normal mode, which is what we're doing right now. There's advanced, and then there's EX. And EX is like the only mode I've ever had a problem with time. But as you're seeing, instead of the Pokemon dropping money, they're dropping time, so that I just don't run out of time. So either you lose by either losing all 3 of your lives, or by running out of time. And the reason they have lives and how it's like a little bit more different than like anywhere else if you're in a stage is once I'm locked into a Pokemon in the Battle Royale, I can't switch out unless I die with that Pokemon. So like I'm stuck with this Machoke until either I die or I win. Alright. Alrighty, so now we're done with rank C, and now we're moving on to rank B. And storyline purposes, we're always going to see that mysterious figure that doesn't look like anyone familiar, to me at least. So right off the bat, in rank B, the route is changing drastically. We're going to Rocky Cave first. The reason for that is because In rank B, the Pokemon that are in Rocky Cave are super, super unhelpful in terms of fighting, at least. There's the best thing for fighting is probably like a Sandslash, which is not even useful because they don't have the best movesets. So we're getting it out of the way now, especially since we have a fighting type, because the boss here is a Rhydon, which is super effective. Or Machoke is super effective against Rhydon, so we'll get it. We'll kill it quicker, and it's usually very defensive, so it's better to get it out of the way now. So having this Machoke is another example of how useful it is. And I do not want a Golbat, so I'm just going to ignore them. If I want anything out of here, it's a Dugtrio, because Dugtrio has really good walking speed, and I can use him if I don't have Quick Attack Pokemon. We're not getting too many Dugtrios, and I don't want to go too far out of the way to get it, so I'm not going to go crazy with it. If I don't get it, then it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Okay, so that stinks. Usually, well, it's RNG whether he charges this move or not, but sometimes, most of the time he doesn't, but that's okay. I can't really be risky with that move. That move does a lot of damage, as you can see. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go Windy Prairie first. So, since we didn't get a Dugtrio, I don't have really much for speed. And this is a speed run, so... Whoops. Okay. Vine Whip is a very fast move that comes out early. So I need to get something for Quick Attack or for speed. So I'm going to try and get it here. Rank B is a little rough when it comes to Quick Attack. It's kind of like the Pidgeys. The Pidgey line is kind of weird. So we'll see how this goes. Okay. 161's not bad at all. And does not have Quick Attack. Okay. So since it doesn't have Quick Attack, Machoke's walking speed is better, and it has a better move. So we're just going to keep staying with Machoke. And I'm pretty sure this Machoke is stronger than that Pidgeotto, so... Okay. Oh, okay, so that leads into a new discussion. So the little, I guess the little thing that was around the Pidgeotto when it landed on the ground, it means that it's a special type of Pokemon. It has a special trait, is what the game calls it. And that can range from a whole list of things that enhances the Pokemon's movesets. Okay, so it doesn't have Quick Attack, but Steady means that it doesn't get the animation of being knocked back. So let me just. So I can literally just like walk through stuff and it'll hit me, but it won't knock me back, which is pretty useful. There's one that is the most useful for speedruns, and it's called Speedy, and as the name is called, it makes you go fast. It makes your walk speed. Whoa, okay then. Makes your walk speed 2 times the normal walk speed for the said Pokemon. And a prime example of it is in the passwords runs of this game, we use a Speedy Rattata for all the movement. So, yeah. But it's really, really lucky to get one of those in one of these runs. And if you do want to get this game, it's on Wii VC, and also if you go to like the Wii version, like the Wii version on the Wii U, you can get it on there too. It's like $10, super cheap. Okay, so the reason I went here next is because Pikachu can have Quick Attack, and prime example. So we're gonna go into Pikachu. We need to pick up the pace. This is a pretty decent power, so. So for this game series, there's 4 Pokemon Rumbles. There's this one, which is the first one. There's Rumble Blast, which came out on the 3DS. There's Rumble U, which came out on the Wii U. And then there's Rumble World, which also came out on the 3DS, but it's like the newest one. I personally like this one the best. And usually people would agree that's the best one. Rumble Blast isn't bad either, but I think this is like easily the best one. So, that's just me though. All right. Okay, so and another like little factoid about the run or about this game. I feel like it's not even a thing when it comes to just in speedruns. I feel like it's casual too. Water type Pokemon and grass type Pokemon are very not useful in this game. Like I feel like there's probably like a little handful of water types that are useful. Blastoise is useful, Gyarados is useful. Poliwrath can be useful. Kingler has like a slight chance of being not trash. It's a small group, but yeah, there's not really at all useful water or grass type Pokemon, which is why whenever I go to Bright Beach or Silent Forest, it's kind of just to get it out of the way or get more powerful Pokemon in other stages that are useful. So that's why I'm just going here now, is just because I don't need anything. Okay, this is spooky. I don't need anything here. I don't care for anything that is in here, so I'm just gonna get it over with. So a Pokemon that is scary is Golduck, which is the Pokemon that kept hitting me. Water Pulse is like a very fast acting move. Okay, I'm not gonna die. And it can confuse you as well, which is also a pain in the butt. So just not wanting to deal with all that. I just try to avoid them if I can, other than hitting them. All right. Oh, we got our 200 Pokemon. I think it was like a Goldeen or something. Something we're not going to use. Alrighty. So there is one Pokemon here that I would like to get, and that's Kadabra. So Kadabra has really, really good walking speed, and Confusion is the move it like 90% of the time has. Maybe like 95% of the time it usually has Confusion. And Confusion's a really good move, actually. It's like, in my opinion, it's like better than Psychic. Just because it's a lot quicker, and the end lag is like almost non-existent, so it's very useful. So that is why I want a Kadabra. I got 2 pretty good ones, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, Confusion. And this is walking speed. Quite useful. Now imagine getting a Speedy Kadabra. That's like the best thing you could get, probably. I like a Speedy Kadabra or like a Speedy Charizard or something. It'd be insane. There's only one downside to Kadabra, and that is his defense is very bad. And he's not too great in battle royales, but yeah, that's it. He's really quick. So. And when you're trying to get Pokemon for fighting, or just trying to get Pokemon in general, he's really useful because it's just, you don't even have to walk up to him. You just, bam, dead. So the reason I went here next, or last, I guess, is in rank B, the Fiery Furnace has like literally all the Pokemon I can use them effectively in the Battle Royale. So it's just a matter of who I get. Just just to save a little bit of time, I'm not going to grind too much in the first few floors because later on there's like Rapidashes and Arcanines. Electabuzz, or not Electabuzz, but Electrode and Voltorb, they're okay. They're not the best, but they can do the job done if they have the right moveset. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are very useful if they have the right movesets. Revenge a double kick. Okay, double kick is fine, if anything. It's a little slow with end lag, but it's not bad at all. So I'm going to be content with that Hitmonlee. And we're going to go into him. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. And that is rank B. So now we're going to go into the Battle Royale. Alrighty. So rank B, other than rank S, I would say is the most difficult Battle Royale. It's just kind of, I don't know why. I've always had the most issue other than rank S and rank B Battle Royale, just for whatever reason. But so far we're doing pretty good because we have, this is a really good Pokemon. There are like a few moves that could have been a little bit better, but like this is not even a bad move. And so instead of like in the first one where there was only 3 bosses, in rank B there's 4. And in order to spawn the last one, you have to kill one of the first 3 that spawn. So I have to kill either Alakazam. Okay, that hit me. Alakazam, Golem, or Gengar. I have to kill one of them before I can spawn Machamp. But it's not a problem, especially with this Pokemon. Alright, that was really well. So that move was double kick, for those of you. Oh, and this game doesn't have immunities. So I can hit a fighting type with a normal type move or with a fighting type move. It either does like normal damage or it does not very effective damage. So that is that. Alrighty. So we're going here first. The reason I'm going here first is because Venusaur has a lot of defense and I don't need anything here, so I'm just gonna get out of the way. Normally, I would have a Fire-type Pokemon to do this fight, which would be like another reason for me to do it. But I just have a powerful Pokemon, so it's like whatever. Okay. And two, I'll get into a little bit more when we get to the fight, but it's just going to like conclude my statement of how grass types are very unuseful with this boss fight. We'll just put it at that. I will say that Razor Leaf is scarier as getting hit by it than by using it. Like using it, it's kind of a pain to use because you have to like space it out correctly. It's a very weird move. But getting hit by it can be kind of scary. But for the most part, it's pretty whatever. Alrighty. So here's the thing with Venusaur. He doesn't have an attack that can actually hit me. Like, he has Poison Powder as his main attack. So him charging, it's just Poison Powder. It's just the So, yeah, that's that. We're done with that. Alright, so we're going to go here. Because I don't have that many Pokemon for speed, so let's try and get something for speed. Okay. 341 with Quick Attack, nice. 341's not bad. Okay, so now we're going to go into the Pidgeotto. And then I kind of have to do some thinking with who is best to use for fighting right now. This Pidgeotto is pretty strong, and it has Quick Attack, which is Stab. But Quick Attack and Pidgeotto don't do like crazy damage. But I also have to kind of keep in mind like just what power my Hitmonlee is and stuff like that. So. Also, I want to get a Persian. Persians are pretty useful. That's not the greatest power, but I'll probably still be able to use it. Persians have like a really good move pool. All really quick acting moves. But I'm not going to go out of my way. We'll get that one though. Okay. Still not much good power, but it's okay. Okay. That's good RNG. His move is Ancient Power, which is like scary. I feel like it'd probably kill this Pidgeotto. Alrighty. So now we're just gonna go to Bright Beach, get Blastoise out of the way. And the only Pokemon I feel like would be useful in this stage, I don't even know if he's in this one, but Poliwrath. I feel like he's not in rank A though. So, and also rank A is my least favorite rank, so rank S is usually where a lot of runs die. Oh, cool. Okay. Alright, so we have somewhat of a run right now. So we just got a speedy Pokemon, which is very useful if my movement is good. If I just go into a speedy Pokemon in every stage, because that's the goal, and I just die all the time, then it's not useful, and I'm losing time. But if I can get through these stages, especially the ones that I don't need Pokemon in, like this one, then it's very useful and I can save a lot of time. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I'm just going to go back into Pidgeotto. Because that seal is not going to do that much damage. I also don't want to pick up too many Pokemon because there's like a little screen, like the little screen at the end after you beat the boss that counts up all your Pokemon. The more you have, like the longer it takes. So I don't really want to go too out of my way to get Pokemon. Or like to pick them up at least. Like that War Turtle, I'm not carrying enough to pick them up. Alright. If I got that Blastoise to drop, it'd be somewhat useful. Usually if you get a Blastoise to drop, they don't have the best moves, but they can have Aqua Tail, which is very, very useful. Alright, so I'm going to put a heart on this seal, which basically just means it puts him at the top. It's just like a favorite Pokemon thing, but it puts him at the top so I can menu to click on him easier. So Fiery Furnace in rank A has literally almost nothing useful except for like Primeape. Ninetales can be useful, but not really. It doesn't have the best moveset. If I didn't get like a good quick attack Pokemon or something, I would have gone here to try and get one. To try and get Ninetales, because Ninetales can have quick attack. But I got one, so it doesn't matter. The only thing I really care about is getting the boss to drop or getting a primate. These are the only things that would be useful. Especially since I have a speedy Pokemon. And Secret Power is not a bad move, so I'm pretty happy that it has that. It doesn't do like a lot of damage, but it's really fast. So. No primate. That's fine. I was trying getting out of the way a little bit, but I still want to do damage. Ah, dang. Okay. That's okay. Ah, dang. All right. Alrighty. And I'm not picking up money, even though I might end up buying something, because you get money at the end of battle royales, and you get like a lot of it, enough to buy at least 1 or 2 Pokemon in S rank, because also the higher the rank, the more Pokemon cost, because the more powerful the Pokemon. So I don't really care at all about picking up money. Okay. I'm glad I got to show off the speedy aspect to this in this run, because it's very useful, as you could see. And also, there's Kadabras in this stage, but RNG is a thing, so didn't get one, which is okay. It's fine. So Gengar doesn't have that great of defense, so most things will do pretty good against it. But that move is scary, so let's run away a little bit. Just don't do it again, and we'll be fine. Oh, dang it, Haunter. Okay. Oh, I got the Gengar. Okay. Gengar usually isn't that great with fighting, but it can. Shadow. It's actually not bad. Okay. If I don't get anything good in Rocky Cave, then I'll use that Gengar. Shadow Punch isn't bad. It's the move that Haunter uses. Alrighty. So I trust in the seal to be able to kill some stuff, because I am on a little bit of a time crunch. I want to go fast. It's not a good power, so let's just ignore those. Okay, Machokes are good, as you guys saw earlier in the run. Dang it! Slowpoke! For a split second, I thought it was Machoke falling. Okay. 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 Man, these powers are not good. Okay, so yeah. Alright, so we're gonna be using this Gengar. Very good thing that we got the Gengar, because we didn't really get anything here. Oh, it hit me. Okay. Alrighty. So do I have to be a little careful? That's not being careful. I'm going to concentrate a little bit right now. So the Pokemon that they include in the Battle Royales, by the way, is just like a group of Pokemon from each rank, or from each stage in the rank. So those Pokemon can vary. Like, I got a bunch of Nidokings and Nidoqueens and like the Nidoran line. But sometimes I can get like all Haunters or whatever, which would have been useful in this situation, but it's okay. Ah. Okay. Not terrible. I worked with what I got. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the seal before I enter the rank. And I'm going to go here. So this route is being very, very changed right now. Usually I'll go to Snorlax first because Snorlax has a lot of defense. But I don't have that much that can fight the Snorlax. So I'm going to kind of try and hope to get a Poliwrath, because Poliwrath is in the it's in the Gyarados fight, which Gyarados is the boss here. So I'm going to bank on that and bank I get a fighting type move. Because since I have the speedy Pokemon, it kind of changes the route drastically. Because usually I'll go to Fiery Furnace pretty early to get something for speed-wise, because Charizard is in the Fiery Furnace in this rank, and he's really quick. But I have this guy, so I don't really need that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use Gengar. Submission. Okay, I don't know if that's a good move. Let's go here. Okay. So Windy Prairie has like, It has some decent Pokemon. Dodrio is pretty good with having like just decent movesets, and so is Fearow. So we're gonna try and get something. Airlace Pursuit, not terrible. So let's start this now. This is a scary stage. There's a lot of Pokemon in here that can kind of just kill this guy. So he's only a power 315, reminding. So most things will probably kill him in 1 or 2 hits at most. So I can't really get stuck anywhere with this guy. I had to be careful. Okay, so let's use this Fearow. Because Airlace isn't terrible. Ooh, maybe I can get an Aerodactyl. That'd be useful. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go here now. I don't want to hold off on Snorlax too long. Ah, scary, scary, scary. Okay. Butterfree scary. Speaking of Butterfrees, they're everywhere. Ah! Alrighty. So, the goal for this seal right now is just to get to the boss fight ASAP whenever I have him out. Because whenever I have him out, it means that I don't need anything until I get to the boss fight. So I don't need to worry about killing stuff. I would like to get a Raichu, but Raichu's in the... Okay. Let me just test this out. Okay, that's fine. I'm not sure if my stream is still up. Oh, dang, I died. Okay. Okay. That was kind of bad, but it's okay. Okay. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Alrighty. That's unfortunate. Usually I do not get paralyzed. Okay. So right here, early all I'm going to be trying to get is Alakazam. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why OBS is doing this. It's literally just OBS like disconnecting, so I'm not sure what the cause of that is, but I'm pretty sure it's not my internet. So if it was my internet, then I'd be dropping frames, and I'm not dropping frames, so. Okay. So I want to be kind of careful with Alakazam just because he's fragile, but he does a lot of damage, so. Alrighty. So we got our 600 power in there, which is usually doesn't happen actually. So that's kind of cool. But so we're gonna go here. I'm not gonna use Seal. Just I kind of want to be able to attack something and get some stuff at this point in the run. So, and Alakazam's fast, as you can see. So. It's not much of a deal. So I really could be getting like anything here. Anything here is like super useful, except for like sometimes there's like a Ditto or like EV or something, but everything else is like super useful. And good. So I would like to get a Charizard. Charizard's really good. Has a lot of good. It has like a giant move pool and it's really fast. So, and is good with defenses. So that's someone I would like to get. But okay. 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 That was spooky. Oh, that's gonna kill me if I get hit by that. Aw, the range. Okay, so I guess we're using Nidoqueen. Why not? You know, get poisoned. Thank you. No, get poisoned. Thank you. I'll survive another one because I'm Nidoqueen. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So just gotta get through this one. I want to get a Machamp. That is like the goal here, is to get a good Machamp. It's rough. Rocky Cave and Rank S is pretty rough. There's lots of Pokemon in it, and they all do a lot of damage. So we'll see what happens. I will do my best. Woo! Okay. The first 3 rooms are like super useless though, for whatever reason. They're like always super useless. These 624 is not great, so I'll keep looking. I used to go for Rhydon, but Rhydon just really isn't that useful. He's really slow. His moves aren't terrible, but he's slow, so. Pretty sure one of those will just kill Alakazam in 1 hit. Oh no, oh no. Ah, ah. 684, not bad. Actually pretty good. Vital Throw. Okay, okay. Both of those had really good moves. One of them had Karate Chop. And the other one had Vital Throw, which I'm pretty sure was pretty good, so. Aw, dang. Okay, that's okay. So, I'm going to bank on my Seal. Let's go, Seal. Let's go, boy. Oh. Run. Run, Seal. Run. Okay, so Seismic Toss and Vital Throw. I'm pretty sure both of those are alright. Golem's also pretty useful to get sometimes. Yeah, I'll be fine. Dang it. Oh, okay. Alright. Run like the wind, bullseye. Quote from good movie. Okay. Alright, so I'm not going to go and buy a Pokemon. I don't think I need it. I think I'll be okay. Okay. Here we go. This is the final battle, boys. Boys and girls, I should say. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. That's okay. Yeah. This will be useful for the end of the run. I usually don't like to use Alakazam / range attacks. Okay. But it'll do good for this last group of Pokemon that are here. Plus, who doesn't love Alakazam, right? Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, so For those of you who are curious about the world record for this game, it is 1 hour and 55 minutes. And time ends at when you see congratulations, so time. So that's world record. Oh man. We did it, boys. I haven't beaten the world record for this game in like 2 years. Or for this category in like 2 years. Or something like that. So, there you go. Not sub 1, but it was pretty close. I told Allie that I would do it, so I had to do it, so. It was either I do it or I just didn't do it. And I had to do it. Here, I'll show my splits. Here are my splits. That rank C was really good. Rank B was good. Rank A was good. Rank S was a little sloppy, but we're good. But yay. So that